Yo, what's good? 4:08 a.m. right now, bro. I'm recording these videos because I'm fucking locked in. It's because I can't sleep. I've been very fucked on sleep this week. Even though every time that I couldn't sleep and I stayed up all night, I actually slept in the morning for like 5-6 hours. So I still got some sleep, but I'm low-key kind of fucked on sleep. Now, I'm gonna make this video as not scripted as possible. Because like Loki, you got Iman Gaji, you got Alex Mosey, you got Charlie Morgan. They all script their videos and they're boring as fuck. I've no water, bro. It's looking like Africa over here. But yeah, no, they're boring as fuck, and I make just some real shit, right? I got inspired by Javen Zhang, right? Because he makes the most authentic shit, bro. That's some real G shit right there. Gotta watch his stuff. Javen Zhang Biz, bro. Look it up on YouTube. Look it up on Instagram. He didn't sponsor me. I'm dead ass. He's just a go-to guy. But there's only a few things that are scripted about this video. This camera, right? Because it's got a camera filter on. Because otherwise this video would look like flipping dog shit. And I got a few notes, so I actually know what I'm talking about, and I don't, go off to talk about nowhere and nothing. Actually, I might fix my notes real quick. Give me a second, guys. I'm telling you guys we're being authentic here, all right? Okay. Whew. There's a lot of things I want to say, to be honest, right? And all right, now I know what to talk about. I got some good old fucking topics, brother. All right. Now, let me rearrange them so I can do this shit. Anyways, okay, let's go. That's so scripted. All right. Anyways, no, there's some things I want to talk about. The first thing is the school system. Now, yeah, why am I talking about the school system at like 4 in the morning? It's because it fucking sucks, okay? I go to uni right now, and it's low-key like no better than high school. Like everyone talks about school like it's their fucking formative years, man. It's some great time, bro. Oh my god, bro. Just such a bum. Genuinely, school sucks balls. Okay? Now that I'm in, now that I've moved out, now that I'm not, under the fucking scrutinous eyes of the Jews. I'm not talking about Jews today, by the way. But away from the scrutinous eyes of the government, I'm gonna talk about how much of a bitch ass system this is, okay? So, this system is genuinely bold. Like, genuinely ass. Okay? And, my bad, I was just thinking about what I said earlier. I just want to make sure I can still post this on YouTube. Yeah, no, it is a bitch ass system. Alright? If you've seen, like, this is a nail clipper. If you've seen the way classrooms are arranged, like the fucking seats and shit, I'm telling you, it's a factory. It's a factory. Like, you've seen factory lineups, just rows and tables and shit. Same thing with the classroom. Alright, it was made in, like, when? Like, it was invented very early, a few hundred years ago. And, like, the modern education system was made before, like, 1900, some shit. Guess what, bro? That shit it's the same one that we use today. Like, what in tarnation, bro? Genuinely. Bumbleclad. Stupid as fuck. But now you might be asking, why are they using something that's 120 years old? Isn't that shit outdated? Yeah, of course it is outdated. And they know that. They know it's outdated. But they're not changing it. Because you know why? It trained slaves back then. It trains slaves today, bro. Okay? And, like, you've probably heard this from, like, Andrew Tate or some shit, alright? Wage slavery is fucking real. Okay? You're a wage brokey slave, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you're working for an income, let me rephrase that. If you're selling time for money, you're a broke ass motherfucker, alright? What are you doing? Why are you selling your time for money? Time is something you will never get back. Money is something that can be printed by the Federal Reserve. What are you doing? Oh, I need it to free myself. You ain't freeing yourself on $13 an hour, twin. I don't know what people are thinking, bro. They really be yapping, thinking like, oh, I can escape the matrix with my S&P 500 investments. Oh my god, bro. Not even if World War III would happen, that would happen. Okay. There's people outside. This is like one thing I love about like being like my age. It's like people are out at every fucking hour of the day. I'm not like a 40-year-old little bum. Am I just sitting in my job, getting good sleep so I can wake up at 6 a.m. tomorrow, to do work like a good boy. Anyways, yeah, the education system is a scam, okay? Nothing like the shit that they teach you is not useful, all right? And they're like, oh, and you're like, oh, what if I want to be a doctor, an engineer? Yeah, okay, you need a degree. But you know the funny thing about it? This is something that like most people won't talk about either. All right, is I will like bet $1 million that I can make an institution that trains doctors and engineers better than university does. All right, as long as I know what to train people on. Literally, it's such a shit system. All right. I sound like I'm yapping, but no, it is genuinely a very bad system. All right, and there's so many shit lessons that it like does not teach you. And honestly, like the next 5 points I want to talk about is low-key just that. Well, hold on, let me check the time. All right, yeah, but as I was saying, bro, the second thing, right, is dropping out, right? I know it's related, right? And it's my plan. I want to drop out, right? I really do want to drop out. I'm on my journey to 100k followers and $10,000, right? I've already got a lot of prospecting roles that can get me 10k. A service that can get me like 2k at a time. So one client is like 2k's worth. What else? I'm meeting Shark Tank. Two of the Shark Tank pitchers. Next Wednesday. One of them's Andrew. I forgot his last name, and the other one's a woman. But I'm walking into big circles. I'm walking into big names, and dropping out and taking risks. Obviously, it's something that's not taught in school, because when you get a question wrong, they punish you for it. But when you take risks, you're guaranteed to make mistakes. So people become scared of taking risks. You have to take them. Okay? Got to drop out, ask that girl, make that business. You know what I'm saying? You've heard that shit on like motivational Instagram reels before. I don't need to say it again, right? But the fact is, right here, bro, you got to be like taking fucking gambles. You got to fucking gamble, bro. Like, someone I know, JD, Swole JD, right? I messaged him on Instagram, bro, and like he was talking about like, he said his story, bro. He said it on a podcast with Javen as well. Javen Zhang, if you're wondering who it is. Bro, he moved out of his like parents' home. His parents didn't even fucking know about it. And low key, like when I drop out, I'm probably hit the same move. Cause like from the looks of things, like my Asian ass parents won't let me out at all. So I'm gonna have to escape the matrix myself. But yeah, like you gotta take risks for sure. It's something I learned so much. So many gambles that I took, right? And that's how I like, got myself into these circles, right? That's how I managed to work with like Darius Chung, right? You can search him up on Instagram too. He's like the creative director behind Raised Heme, Brez Scales, Ahmed, I forgot his other name, like Hussein. Very big people. Search him up on Instagram, alright? And this entrepreneur summit meetup, right, with the Shark Tank viewers, I'm pretty sure the 4 presenters sitting on the chairs together are already worth more than $1 billion. And there's probably another 2-3 billion sitting in the audience too. So yeah, multi-billion-dollar room, rich ass motherfuckers, right? So yeah, that's the plan. My plan is to drop out, and my lesson is to take risks. Okay, like that's the lesson I learned, and that's the lesson I want to give to you. I'm so fucking real with you. If you're not taking risks, you're gonna live a very shit life, because imagine you're a baby, and you gave up trying to learn how to walk after you fell over. Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't be able to fucking walk. All right. So take more risks, bro. Otherwise, you're a fucking bum. What are you doing? All right. I'm so fucking cooked right now. Next lesson, okay? Winners and losers. All right. You know how in school they give you that participation trophy? You get a fucking 40% in the test, and they're like, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. No. It's not okay. Alright? If you're a loser, you're a bitch ass. Alright? And there's no other way of going around it. Okay? There are winners and losers in life. That's why in the Olympics, when 8 people go to sprint, 5 people come home with nothing. Okay? And only one person comes home happy, to be honest. So, there are winners and losers in this world, okay? Some people win big, some people win small, and most people lose. Alright? You got like, the Elon Musks. I know he's a diddler. I know, don't worry, I know. Bill Gates, diddler. Steve Jobs is a goat, right? I mean, you have people from all fields, right? Da Vinci, Einstein, Nikola Tesla, the goats, right? Big winners, right? People who just win, and win, right? They work hard, Oh, I might actually add that. Yeah, big winners, right? They work hard, they're smart, they're locked in, right? And then there's like smaller winners, right? You have like, I don't know, like a normal billionaire. You would consider him hyper successful, but in the grand scheme of things, compared to like Alexander the Great, he's a winner, but is not a big winner, right? And there's definitely levels to winners, right? But then there are losers, right? Your 45-year-old ready to hang himself employee, working at fucking Amazon delivery. You know what I'm saying? You know it, right? Customer service at Deloitte, right? Got the rope, two. Okay, I gotta chill out. You know what I'm saying, right? What wife's banging an Ashton Hall looking dude? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but there's winners and losers in life, and most people are losers. And if you're a loser, okay, it's hard to say because when it comes to winners and losers, there's different parts of life, right? You could be losing on money, you could be losing on fitness, but you can be winning on relationships, right? But honestly, low-key, most people lose out like everything. They fuck up relationships, okay? And I know that because 50% of people divorce. They fuck up their money because most people are employee brokey, holidays for weeks a year type motherfuckers, right? And they lose on fitness because, I mean, it depends on country, but you can look in America and figure it out for yourself. But yeah, there's winners and losers in life, right? And you gotta fucking grind towards the win, right? And speaking of grinding, this is one I just added. Working hard doesn't make you win. Alright, if that was true, construction workers would be fucking hyper successful. But that's not true. Working hard won't make you win, bro. You need something called leverage, right? Archimedes once said, give me a lever long enough in a fulcrum and I shall move the world, right? You need leverage, okay? You will never out-earn a billionaire, okay, against his investments. Even if you work 24/7, 365, earning $30 an hour, you can never win, all right? And obviously you can't work those hours, but you can never win, and that's the truth, all right? Working hard. Working hard ain't gonna make you win, bro. If you're a broke-ass motherfucker, if you're following the system, right, being a bot, you're gonna stay a bot, right? And no matter how hard you work, you're still gonna be a bot, right? And talking about bots, we're gonna move on to the next topic, right? And this is the red pill. Now, yeah, I'm not just talking about, what's his name? Like Myron Gaines, Fresh and Fit, Andrew Tate type red pill, all right? Everyone knows about that, but I'm talking about the Escape the Matrix red pill. Yeah, I'm talking that Andrew Tate type shit, you know what I'm saying? Now, here's the thing, okay, with the red pill, is you have to get red pilled. Otherwise, you're fucking cooked, all right? I mean, think about it. Epstein files just dropped. US immediately starts war with Iran, right? You know, you got Benjamin Netanyahu cooking up some, woozy, goofy. I gotta be careful what I say. Let me tell you, a girl just got arrested, right, and sentenced for 15 years for making some WhatsApp bomb threat. It was a joke, right? She literally got arrested for being funny, right? We got like 15,000 people getting arrested for free speech in the UK, for breaking violations. There's no free speech, okay? That's the truth, okay? There's so many red pills, like, for you to take, right? There's like relationship red pills, money red pills, not so much fitness red pills as far as I'm concerned. Oh, actually, yes, a lot of fitness, diet related red pills, right? I don't have time I can talk about it for 10 hours, but like, there's so many scams in this world. I'm just gonna quickly name them just because I can, right? Food pyramid, like just the food pyramid. Why is it mostly carbs, right? The Disney movie relationship dynamic, it's a scam. Let me add the relationship tips actually. Oh wait, it's in my looks maxing section. I'll talk about that. The financial system, money printers, Federal Reserve. You got CIAs, you got Mossad. If you've been around, you know what I'm saying, right? You can't be this much of a bot that you still don't know who they are, right? But there's way more. Education system scam, I already talked about it. A lot of philosophical scams in the sense of like, how you live your life and what lessons you take. But next up is looks maxing, all right? And I'm talking specifically about attracting women when you're young. Now, I am talking not from experience, but from a lack of experience, all right? I've been listening to Clavicular a lot, all right? So hear me out on this, okay? Genuinely hear me out on this. If you've seen it, if you haven't seen this graph before, I want you to search this up right now, okay? It's the graph between like it's the correlation between looks and the perception of how nice you are, all right? And once you see it, you will never unsee it. It will change your fucking life. It's called the halo effect, all right? The better you look, the better people think you are. If you're a baddie, suddenly everyone thinks you're a nice girl, all right? If you're a hot dude, everyone suddenly thinks you're like a top G, right? That's just how it is. And I'd hate to admit it. It's true. It's like that. And like, trust me, bro, you can be the biggest fucking bum on earth. But if you're a mogger, like, that's how it is, bro. You're still gonna rizz up girls. But that's the fact. And there's no other way to deny it. And I know that because, like, there's so many girls that I knew from high school who are low-key like baddies, but then I get to know them and then they're fucking stupid as shit. But yeah, no, looks matter a lot. All right, that's another scam that they teach you. Okay, and moving on to another lesson, right? It's the hustle. All right, if you're hustling, right, and you're in your teens and shit, all right, and you normally hear two things. This is actually a very important lesson, okay? You normally hear two things. Number one is that you gotta work your ass off in your 20s, right? And not even enjoy your 20s. And the other one is to completely enjoy your 20s. Now you have to understand, you can grow a business on 20 hours of work a week. The only thing that you need is consistency and time. All right, if you want to grow quicker, work longer hours, but the truth is you don't need to work 80-hour weeks, If you want to be a billionaire, maybe, but the truth is, bro, like, if you want to make 10K, 100K a month, you don't gotta be working that hard, bro. Like, I was like watching all those Javen Zhang vlogs, bro. I grind that shit. All right, he was talking about smoking weed. He's not locked in, right? Like, he could be less locked in, obviously, but like, he's not that locked in, So, like, there's like a whole myth of like either going full hustle culture or going full chill. And the fact is, bro, like, you're gonna have to fucking work anyways, right? So you can't go fully chill. but you don't have to go hustle culture, bro. You can actually find a balance, as crazy as that might sound, right? And I'd say the final lesson is your mindset, all right? Everything's in your head before it comes into reality, okay? For example, I think about holding this cup before I hold this cup. I think about holding this nail clipper before I hold this nail clipper, right? And mindset's number one. If you don't think about something, you cannot be something, right? For example, you know, I play the piano, right? Every piece that I can play, I believe I can play because I can play it. But before I even can play it, I have to learn how to play. I have to practice, but I have to believe I can learn how to do it, right? Making money is no different, right? You want to make 10K a month, you got to believe you can get to 10K a month before you do, right? Look at this. That's number one. Number two is the opposite lesson in a sense, right? Believing you can do something doesn't mean you can do something. For example, this is my water bottle here. Okay, I'm thinking about moving it across my phone, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna do it, right? You have to think about it and you actually have to do it, right? It's such a fucking simple lesson, but this thing, I'm telling you, this is the most important lesson in the whole video, okay? This will change your fucking life. Simple as that, right? So, I guess that's just a video. What have we covered today? Education system scan, all right? If you have enough money, drop out of school, right? If you don't want to be a doctor, engineer, or just like, I don't know, quant finance, bro, okay? And you want to start a business and you have like more than 3 to 6 months worth of shit to Airbnb in Malaysia, go there, okay? Number two, all right, there are winners and losers in life. You can be a bitch ass motherfucker or you can be a top G. Shit's like that. All right, number three, working hard ain't gonna make you win. All right, you can work as hard as you want, but if you're a bum, you're a bum. Right? If you follow the system, you follow the system. Number four, get red pill, bro. All right, if you ain't eating the red pill, I don't know what you're doing. Okay, learn some facts about life. Okay, you know, if you're still a feminist in the big 2026, you're a fucking bum. Let's be real. If you're a feminist, you want that LGBT timing, all right? If you're like, I'm telling you, if you support either side of the war, you're a bit of a bum. Because really think about it. Have you ever heard of controlled opposition before? I bet not. But yeah, get red pilled, okay? Learn the facts, learn the truth, study some history, analyze patterns, create your own conclusions, right? And you won't believe it, like how much you can see. Like, it's honestly scary. Looks maxing, so look better. Get the halo effect on your side. You don't want that thing against you, okay? Trust me. You don't want to be ugly, trust me. And hustling in your 20s, bro. You don't have to spend all your 20s, but you probably shouldn't waste it either, right? And finally, obviously, is mindset, okay? To do something, you must believe, but to believe doesn't mean you can do. Simple as that, right? I literally recorded for like 23.5 minutes. Like, I'm just here to fucking spew some fucking lessons, bro. But yeah, let's go. Life's good. See you later.